Alex come a bit before my time, and all I hear is stories about Alex. And I've heard loads and loads and loads and loads, but probably the one that I could probably remember more was every time the authorities he come in line for a disciplinary hearing. I always remember them saying that, you know, the press would be there, the media would be there, and you'd have the chairman of World Snooker and Rex Williams there and this one, and you know they'd be, you know, adamant that they're going to come down hard on Alex Higgins. And I just remember them saying that a waiter come up with 5 bottles of champagne and all cigars and silk ribbons for their bows of their suits, and it was like, you know, this is from Alex just before he was going into a disciplinary hearing. So Alex was great at, you know, working people, if you like, and giving them a reason to not punish him so hard. I just think that was the flamboyance of the man and the charisma of the man, you know. And you know, Alex has got to be loved for a lot of things he done. You know, you always hear a lot of the bad stuff, I think, about people. It's quite easy for them to latch on and say he done this and he done that. But if you used to tot up the good things he done, it would far outweigh the headbutting and situations and things like that people seem to remember. You know, I'm a fan and I love him, and you know, he was just a great sportsman.
It's a hard job.
I know it's a hard job. I wish you luck with it.
It's dealing in phase. This way. I can't see the pocket, I can see the ball. I'm guessing the pocket's up there. There's the creps, there's there. Be there, baby. What a player. Why is something else?
Wow.
And black in the middle.
Black in the middle, one-handed. If you do this, I'm giving up.
That was the idea.
I'll give up after the pink anyway. Have you got that?
I know, that's right. Visualize it. You believe it.
I give up.
Okay,
Brilliant.
Thank you. It was he, young Alex Higgins, 18-year-old, and he didn't say to me, well done for achieving your life's ambition. He said, I'm playing you in 3 months' time up on the northwest coast. And I'm going to win the game. He made a break of 67. And a voice came out of the audience which said 67 in 1 minute, 34 seconds. Now that is the first time I've ever heard of time put to potting balls. And I thought, how fantastic. I mean, it's a showman's game. So I potted the last red and I turned around to the audience and I said, 1 red, 1 second. You know, beat that, you little what have you say. And I remember playing him in Sheffield, in a small theatre in Sheffield. And he turned up, and he had 2 black eyes. Hardly been in bed, been up all night. It's so funny to me. I thought it was wonderful, really. I walk on the table and look at him, I thought, no, you won't be able to see much out of those 2. And he goes and puts everything inside, you know. Amazing, wonderful.
Do it again against Ray Reardon.
After Alex had got through to the final, having beaten Jimmy White, I still expected Ray Reardon to beat Alex, because Ray was 6 times a world champion. You know, Alex had only won it the once.
And for Ray to get to the final, it was big news as well, because he possibly, you could argue, the twilight of his career. So they both had reasons to want to win it.
I watched up at Anne and Mommy were hiding up the stairs. They couldn't watch the television. So they couldn't?
No, I couldn't. Now and again you come down to peep, so you did, but it was just too much for me and my mommy.
getting his tail up.
Should be the frame-winning shot. Insisting on potting the black, but it's academic. Listen to that cheer from this vast audience, and Higgins and White level the match.
That's in. About to say may possibly play safe, but
It then passed the social housing apartment where 61-year-old Alex Higgins was found dead last month following a long and arduous battle against throat cancer. Hundreds of people applauded the cortege as it made its journey through the Sandy Row area. And the applause continued as the funeral procession made its way towards St Anne's Cathedral. Snooker greats including Jimmy White, Stephen Hendry and local man Joe Swale joined famous faces from the world of entertainment for this morning's funeral service. Thousands more gathered outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new world champion, Alex Higgins.
Lauren Higgins became one of the most famous babies in the world when her father insisted on holding her as he celebrated his World Championship win in 1982. Today, she paid tribute to her dad in a self-penned poem.
It broke my heart to lose you, but you didn't go alone. For part of me went with you the day God took you home. Things will never be the same, and although it hurts so bad, I will smile whenever I hear your name. And be proud you were my dad. I love you, Dad, from Jordan and me.
When you're young and you're growing up and going through your difficult teenage years, you're just really embarrassed. But now it's something to be proud of, and I'm so glad that, you know, I shared that moment with him, and like I say, it always can be remembered. So lucky.
He was electrifying as a player, and I met him when I was 14 years of age, and I was pals with him right up till his last days. I was in China and Thailand on a tournament when he passed away. I'm very angry that because he beat throat cancer, and he just wouldn't look after himself. His family, his friends, everybody tried to get him to do the right things, but he wasn't a big eater, and in the end that's what caught up with him. He got malnutrition and then pneumonia, and then unfortunately he passed.